Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
The Wednesday Letters page reacts to the idea of Xbox going third-party, as one reader is unimpressed by Emio, the smiling man. All formats. Wow, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is out early December on Xbox, and spring on the PlayStation 5. So that's, what, a maximum of 5 months to wait for the PlayStation 5 version of one of Xbox's biggest, former, exclusives? Even after the rumors, it's a lot sooner wait than I think most people were expecting. Pretty big change of direction for Microsoft, and I think it says a lot about their plans going forward. I guess the big question still is, will it be just Bethesda games going multi-platform, or all new Xbox releases? Are Microsoft going to become more like a games publisher than hardware maker? A new Valve, perhaps, especially with their planned new App Store? But if this is the new norm, then surely this can only help the demand for Sony's platform going forward? And if the point is to sell more of their games, will it be released on Switch 2 as well? Does this mean the Switch 2 is out by the end of spring? Lots of questions still to be answered then, but I think ultimately it's good news for gamers if more people get to play these top games. Steven, GC, we don't think the PlayStation 5 launch date necessarily says anything about the Switch 2 launch, but we would be surprised if the game didn't end up on Nintendo's new console. Even if it's underpowered, compared to the other two consoles, there was a surprisingly good Switch port of Machine Games' Wolfenstein 2. Change of focus. I have come to the conclusion Phil Spencer and company might be the dumbest executives in gaming history. Not because Indiana Jones is going multi-format, expect a Switch 2 version also. No, the fact they announced it at Gamescom. The release date was meant to be the big reveal. Instead, it was overshadowed by the PlayStation 5 announcement. You couldn't make it up. When have you ever seen Sony or Nintendo announce the expiration period for a timed exclusive? A smart company at least waits until next year to announce the PlayStation 5 version. Or at least doesn't make a big deal about it being multi-format. Microsoft clearly have no interest in selling hardware. The Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 segment didn't even advertise Game Pass, day one. Xbox marketing is abysmal. Perhaps the leaked info forced their hand? But making the PlayStation 5 announcement the big reveal is laughable. I can't say I'm surprised by any of this. Xbox management have been a clown show for years. See, P.S., great preview of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It was already my most anticipated game. Even more so now. The long game. So that's it then, the beginning of the end, if it hadn't already started, of Microsoft as a console manufacturer. Whatever the future of Xbox is, it has little or nothing to do with selling consoles. Instead, they're just slowly becoming a third-party publisher like any other. As one reader put it before, instead of just buying Activision Blizzard, they've become them. If that's their plan, then that's one thing, but what gets me is the embarrassingly disorganized way they're going about it. Why did they say that Indiana Jones is coming to PlayStation 5 and give a rough date? What's that going to do but stop people from buying it on Xbox or signing up for Game Pass? That information doesn't do anything except immediately make you want to invest less in the Xbox ecosystem. The only thing I could possibly see as a sympathetic explanation for Microsoft is that they've basically given up at this point and are now waiting until streaming is reliable enough that they can take advantage of that and consoles become irrelevant. In theory, they could leapfrog PlayStation at the point, but how far off is that? 5? 10? 15 years? Even then I wouldn't trust them to get it right if Phil Spencer is still in charge. Ashton Marley. Email your comments to gamecentral@metro.co.uk. Comeback trail. So how does Gamescom fit into your diaries? Do you guys get to attend it in person? Or will you be covering it from home/GC headquarters? Are there more opportunities than normal for interviews at this time from developers, or preview events taking place that you're attending, either online or in person? Keep up the good work. Steven, GC. This year will be the first time we've been in person since the pandemic. It still seems to be a shadow of its former self, but th.